So we are now ready to move on to our next section of our top part of the wing. So the next section is this big curve here, this swirly pattern. So there's a couple of ways that we can do it. We can first do the swirly pattern and then flatten around and then lift up the entire section. But I would like to try a bit of a different technique where we lift up the curvy pattern from the back on our soft surface, and when we come back to the front of our pewter, we then only flatten the surrounding area. So what I'm looking to do is to have a nice curvy flow down on either side of the central line. So from the back of our pewter, we turn our pewter upside down using both hands, and then we place it on our semi-soft surface, on our soft surface, sorry. So on our soft surface, I'm going to use my Teflon tip, and now I need to be very careful that I don't destroy this connecting shape here. So first I'm going to do a little internal circle up to there, then I'm going to do this circle or the curvy spiral up to there, and then I'm going to do the central one. So with a medium pressure, not a very hard pressure, I'm going to draw in that curve up to where it connects. I'm going to draw in the bottom curve with a medium pressure up to where it connects to that external line, but I'm not going to go over the external line. Then I'm going to do this S shape on the inside. So starting from the top, I'm going to draw down and then complete it just where it connects. I'm not going to follow through. I'm going to repeat that one more time so that I get a nice smooth line, and I'm using a medium to a soft pressure, and then I can do the same on the other side. So repeat the same process. We first do the small little curve only up to where it connects. Then we do the bottom curve, again only up to where it connects. And then we do the S shape, again only up to where it connects to the outside frame. We can now turn our pewter face up again, and we place it on our lino. So I'm going to remove the soft surface, turn my pewter face up using both hands. And what we have now is we've got this nice little curve flowing down on either side. And I don't want to flatten this area. I want to keep this shape. So I'm only going to do the outside lines of this section now. So I'm going to use my Teflon tip, and I'm going to draw in on my lino. And you now need to be a little bit careful because you've got a lot of extra height below this section of the pewter. So I'm going to use a hard pressure with an even stroke, and I'm going to draw in the shape of my section, the outlines. And I'm going to turn my pewter, and I'm going to go around. So that gives us a nice curve up and a nice curve down, and we can now still lift up that entire section. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm working on the front of my pewter on my lino, and I'm using my Teflon tip, and I'm using a hard pressure to draw in the outline of the overall shape. And I turn my pewter as needed so that I can draw towards me. Now I can remove my liner so that I can flatten on my hard surface with my paper stump. So now I can tidy up these edges. And we haven't lost any of that height that we did from the back. And then we can tidy up with the Teflon tool. And then I'm going to take my paper stump and I'm going to use the sharp edge and I'm going to do a very light, a little bit of molding my pewter because I want the inside lines to be a little bit softer. So I'm slightly going to push them down, very slightly, just so that I get a nice double curve line there. It's like a little indent that it creates. So I'm on the front of my pewter, I'm on my hard surface, but I'm not pressing hard so that the pewter flattens up to the hard surface. I'm pressing very lightly and I'm just shaping my pewter so that it makes a nice curvy flow. And we do it on either side of the design. There we go. Now we can do the same on the other side. So a soft motion. And then the same on the bottom. So it's a very light motion. Don't want to lose all of that height. I'm just shaping the pewter. So now we can move on to our next section.